Alright guys, so I've talked about this part of the Infinityverse for a while now. I've kind of talked about it, but now it's time to go into some details. It's time to finally discuss some details about this set part of the Infinityverse. And that is the Cosmic Council. So the Cosmic Council is more or less the overseers of the multiverse. As you guys know, there is a multiverse in the Infinityverse, not just one Earth. There's multiple Earths and different versions of Earth. And the Cosmic Council basically oversees everything in the multiverse. It comprises of several members and some who are ex-members. Now, the members sitting in the Cosmic Council right now are Raiden from, of course, Mortal Kombat. You have the Sorceress from He-Man. You also have the Magical High Commission, who I forgot to talk about in the Starverse of the Forces of Evil into the Infinityverse a few weeks ago. Basically, the Magical High Commission are going to still be alive. All three of them are working with the Cosmic Council. You also have Princess Yue from Avatar. You have Merklin from the Visionaries. Yeah, actually, that was Jason's idea to put Merklin in there, because we do have the Visionaries in and the world of Prismos in the Infinityverse. I don't think we've ever talked about it, but yeah. The the Visionaries are in the Infinityverse. So, yeah, Merklin is part of this team. You also have sorry, my brain blanked. My brain just literally blanked out. You also have Vector Prime, Vector Prime's interesting because you're probably thinking, well, how does Vector Prime from Transformers work in this scenario? How does that really work in this sort of scenario? That doesn't make any real sense now, does it? And you'd be right. The thing is that the Vector Prime is a time traveler. Vector Prime is a time-traveling prime, and therefore he can kind of he's outside of the time stream. So while he's not really interacting a lot with Cybertron, Vector Prime is more kind of overseeing the timeline and overseeing other stuff. Speaking of people who are overseeing the timeline, Clockwork from Danny Phantom, he is a member of the Cosmic Council. You also have, as for another member, you have Oberon from Gargoyles, who we haven't really talked a lot about, and I need to do a Gargoyles into the Infinityverse, but yeah, Oberon is a member of the Cosmic Council, and yeah, so that's kind of the roster as it is, but there were other members, two of which have kind of gone off and kind of caused their own... it basically caused their own set of troubles. Those being Zordon and Washu. Yeah, Zordon and Washu were members of the Cosmic Council. Washu, of course, from Tenchi Muyo, and we all know where Zordon's from. But the reason why Zordon and Washu were a member, because Zordon does kind of oversee a lot of shit. Also, Washu is a goddess. A lot of people forget that Washu is actually a living goddess, an elder of the universe. So she's not just the smartest being in the universe. She's also pretty fucking powerful. She's also very, and I do mean very fucking powerful. So the major thing with the Cosmic Council is that the team is made of all these great cosmic characters, and like I've been saying, is that they kind of oversee the universe as a whole. They really just kind of oversee everything and anything going on in the Infinityverse. But the thing is, they don't try to do a lot. They don't try to do a lot to stop it because, yeah, there's a lot that goes on and a lot of multiversal politics that go into this shit. Now, it's because of that inaction that Washu and Zordon broke off and created the Illuminati. Basically, yeah, they created the Illuminati, which is several other members included, and I've talked about them in length. So yeah, they're the ones who created the Illuminati because of the inaction of the Cosmic Council. But that's not to say they don't do shit. Obviously, in Arc, and I don't think I've talked about this, but I guess I will now, is that in the Infinityverse, there is other timelines that branch off. It's not like that we have in the MCU, like a sacred timeline or whatever. More or less, timelines are allowed to grow as long as they're overseen by others. And there is like a dimensional barrier between realms. And if you jump through too many of them, basically that tears holes in the reality and causes like a world merge or something of that nature where the universe going to get fucked. Like the universe is going to get fucked up if they do anything to damage it. So the Cosmic Council does have some does step in on occasion if timelines or something to a threat of the multiverse is too great. But it was because they're in action towards the Phoenix that led to everything building into the Dark Phoenix. But yeah. Currently, the Cosmic Council is heavily involved in what's going on in the Savages multiverse story, where the Sorceress and Hekapoo have kind of more or less created a ragtag group of not-so-nice people to stop Salem from fucking with the universe. But at the same time, they have to obey certain laws of the universe, such as there's a prophecy involving Salem that they can't really meaning they can't really stop her directly. Like, they can't kill her directly. The universe has got to, like, play out as it's kind of prophesized. So they can't really touch her in any way, shape, or form. That's kind of like a big cosmic no-no if they try to break the rules on that. So there is that regard. Now, the other major thing is that Hekapoo herself is kind of guarding a big secret. She's guarding this huge, huge secret from everyone. I'm not going to say what it is, but it is kind of an effect for not just the Cosmic Council, but also to Marco and Star. Yeah, she's got her own secret that's gonna be revealed there. So keep a watch for that. And yeah, Sorceress, as I talked about in the He-Man Into the Infinityverse, is that Adora was taken by the Sorceress and brought to Etheria to more or less find her own destiny and to keep her safe, and as like a cool and as a nice little fallback in case anything happened to Adam. And that's a whole thing which I've talked about. Also, currently Clockwork is in another universe that's kind of like our What If, in a way. And that timeline is being watched over by Clockwork. And there is going to be another event involving more of the Cosmic Council. But you will see them a lot more. Like, you will see them get involved more and more with the other ones. I wouldn't say they're like the Guardians of Oa, because these guys aren't... they're kind of assholes, and they kind of do an action, so... Now that I say that, it's actually more... like, it's less Guardians of Oa, and more like the godlike characters in the DC universe who just hang out and be like, shit's fucked up. But these guys actually do shit. Like, so they're not so like the Guardians of Oa, in that they just sit around and, wax poetically for a couple fucking hours. They actually, will step in if need be. Anyway, so there you go, guys. That is pretty much about all I can really say right now about the Cosmic Council. But you guys tell me in the comments below. What do you guys think of this team? Do you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. And if you haven't already, head on over. If you haven't already, hit the link below. Head on over to my Patreon to get to see some exclusive content that's over there. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.